Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Bush Puppy Farm. I'm Heather Morano, and I am a gardener and flower farmer in Zone 9B in the San Francisco Bay Area of Northern California. And I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining me. So today we are going to be transplanting and flipping beds. And I brought my maps because even though I'm bad at labeling things, I do actually make farm plans, and I do follow them. And I've been using seed time this year for the first time. It's working fabulously in my vegetable garden. Still testing it out for the flower farm. I think it's going to be great for that. But I have to make some tweaks, and so it's a good year to figure out what I need to adjust for next year. So I just wanted to share with you my maps for the farm now and what we're going to be doing today, starting today. So this first map here is of the first set of beds when you walk through the gate to the farm. And right now, these 3 beds are under silage tarp. They are not open, but that's going to change. So when I do open them, this bed is going to be different successions of sunflowers. I don't have any plans yet for this one, which is awesome. It's nice to have extra space. My second succession of zinnias, which is now in the greenhouse and growing fast, will be going here. And then this area down here will be for Cyanoglossom Mystery Rose, which is the one of the trays that I got yesterday. And then I'll be adding Orlea in here, which is where it was, but it got eaten by gophers. So at some point, this section of snapdragons will come out and we'll put something else in. Amaranth that is now growing in the greenhouse is going to go here. Not yet, but soon. And so that's the plans for those beds. Now, the ones just to the east of those, the next set of beds, this is what we're going to be working on today. So there's currently nothing in this bed. It is open and ready. It's covered with landscape fabric and it has holes every 8 inches on diagonals. So we're going to have the Scabiosa Black Knight is going to go there. Then we'll have a section of Orlea and a section of Tweedia. This bed is full already of lots of different things. I'm going to add a little bit more Tweedia to this end of the bed that's currently open. We have Lisianthus in this bed. We have Lisianthus in this part of the bed. And then down here, there are currently ranunculus. Those will come out, and that's where the Zinnia 3 succession is going to go. And then at the bottom, the bed that is currently all ranunculus, that's what we're going to flip today. That's going to be the Bachelor Button the Bride and Scabiosa Salmon Queen. So that's kind of the focus for the day. Now the final beds here are the ones out on the east side. These currently have sunflowers. This is the bed closest to the gate. I'm going to plant some more right here today, direct sow. We have mums that are going to go in these 2, this bed and a half or bed and 3/4. Those are coming next week. There's going to be millets and decorative grasses in these areas, and we already have zinnias down here. So I brought this out because I still need to remember, reminding where things need to go. But I'm super excited to get started on this project, just because it's, like I said yesterday, it feels good to, when you flip beds, just kind of starting fresh. Just like in October when everything gets turned over and we plant all of the spring blooming plants, it's the same feeling. I love it. So what I'm going to do first is string trim the top of that bed, because there's ranunculus. You'll still see lots of flowers, but those are really well past their their due date. Basically, when you shake the stem, the petals are falling off. So that's the reason I'm turning that bed over. And as I said yesterday, the front part of that bed is Romance ranunculus. I cannot keep any of those corms. So I'm not going to even try. The other part of the bed has Tecolote ranunculus, but I have a ton of those already, and I just placed an order for this fall. Some more Romance ranunculus, but for the most part more Tecolote, because those I can keep and multiply. So we're good to go for fall planting on ranunculus. So I'm going to string trim, then I will pull up all of the irrigation, try to find the staples in all that mess, because there's a lot of weeds in that bed. And then I'm going to till that bed. And again, like I said yesterday, normally I would not till to flip a bed. I would just add compost to the top, like a top layer, maybe an inch of compost on top, and then plant into it. But because we had so much gopher activity, there are giant tunnels throughout that whole bed where like it just falls through. So I want to re-level the bed. I will get the whole thing flattened out, use my rake, add the compost, put the irrigation back down, and then we'll be ready for transplant. While I'm doing all that work, I am going to set up 2 trays full of water and fish emulsion and kelp. And I'm going to soak the seedlings that are going to get transplanted, because I want them to be fully hydrated and have a little boost of some gentle fertilizer before they go in the ground. So even if that bed's not ready to plant today, we do have a bed that is ready to plant, that's just sitting there waiting, and so we'll get that going. All right, I'm going to get started. I am going to try to find a place to put the camera that is somewhat shaded, because this camera, as soon as it sits in the heat for 15 minutes, it just shuts off. And so even if the battery's still full, it won't record anymore. So I'm going to try to find a way to rig that up. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see anything that I'm doing. All right, wish me luck. that's mostly done. So I got this bed tilled and the end of the other bed there that had ranunculus in it. And I got the irrigation laid back down. Got the Bio 360 fabric down. Now this is black on one side and white on the other. Since we're going into a hot season, I opted for white on the upside. But it's weighted down right now with so soil on the edge, which is how you want it. But I don't have any loose soil on this edge, so I've got to get stakes and all that kind of stuff. But for now, it should be okay until tomorrow, hopefully. I still have more Bio 360 to finish out the bed and add to the bottom of that bed. And then I got the Scabiosa, Orlea, and Tweedia planted, and another section of Orlea right there. So I'm going to bring a couple of those trays home, the Tweedia and the Black Knight Scabiosa, because there's only, I don't know, maybe 20 plugs left in each of those, and I can put them in my own garden. That's going to be it for today. I'm wiped. It's time to go pick Aiden up from school. And tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully I can finish this project tomorrow, get the Bio 360 tacked down and everything transplanted, and we'll be good to go. It's getting exciting to have all this stuff in the ground and actually see seedlings and see them growing. Not like I haven't done this before, but this is the first time doing it here on this property. And after battling so much in the beginning, it's just making me happy. And even though there's only a couple status plants, you can see we've got white, yellow, pink, purple, and another white one. And these are the feverfew. They are getting real close. Usually it's June, but I can see buds, so maybe earlier. The Clarkia is getting real close. And of course we've got snapdragons, and then here we've got, this is Scabiosa. I don't know what the color is, can't tell just by looking at that yet because it hasn't shown color. So we have Scabby here and one Ami Magus, I think, that survived. These strawflower are almost done. Usually they produce for me multiple stems, but you know what? I realized I forgot to pinch them. So we're getting one stalk, and yeah, they'll branch like here, but I just don't know if it's worth keeping them in. So if I need this bed space, they'll just come out. And then the tiny feverfew that I popped in the other day, we'll see how they do. So my goal tomorrow is to get that bed and a half set up and transplanted, and potentially open one of these beds, till it, do the compost thing, all that kind of stuff, get it covered the next round of transplanting. So we'll see. We've got mums going in the back next week, and yeah, we're getting close to being planted out. It's exciting. All right, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.